What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, budget_bliss25. I am here in my car, as you can see. This video I talked about like having side hustle income added on to my additional income, and I just got back from doing DoorDash. I've actually been doing it all week, and I will insert my earnings right here. But as you can see, I made $214 for this week, this past week, because the way it works, they pay every week, and it's normally Monday night that they pay it out, and then I'll see it in my account on Tuesday, on that following Tuesday. But yeah, that is a start, because I remember when I first started doing DoorDash, it was back in 2021. I think that's when I really first started doing it. I was not making no $200 a week. Like, I don't think, no, I'll say I wasn't making it because they weren't really paying like that. Like, the most I would make per day was like $10 or something like that. I do like I do now. Like, I would work my full-time job, and then after I got off that, in the evening I would go and do DoorDash. I didn't really make that much. I just did it for like 2 hours just now, and I made $35. So, and that's pretty much how much I've made per day this whole week. Of everything is, I think, gonna come out to $200, because I'm not gonna do anything else tomorrow before they pay out tomorrow. So, but I just wanted to get on here and just, say how thankful I am and grateful I am for even to get that. I mean, yeah, granted, it's not, a buku amount of money. That's still something. That still can pay a bill. That can pay my car note. That can pay me and my husband's car insurance for this month, if we wanted to pay it for that month. So, and if that's, I'm thinking consistently or long term, if I'm doing it consistently, it's equivalent to like 800. I think I calculated it was equivalent to like 800 something dollars a month. So that is pretty good compared to when I first started doing it, because it really wasn't any money. I'm telling y'all, it really wasn't. But it may be different if I did it all day, 24/7. Like, I may make $100 a day or $150 a day, who knows, if I just really ran my car into the ground and did it a full time, instead of it being like my part-time side hustle. But I cannot see myself doing that. I mean, and that's the other thing I was gonna say too, is where we live, we don't live in a big city, so we, like I said in my previous video, I think 2 hours from Dallas. So that's like the closest major city to us. But I mean, on a good day, I do pretty good. Like I said, I recently started back doing it last week, actually. The day after Memorial Day, I think, is when I started back picking up shifts after work. And like, I noticed a big difference even last week. Last week, my total was, you'll see it up here, but my total was $145 last week. So the difference about last week is that I didn't do it full time, or not full time. I didn't do it the whole week. So I think I did like 5 days or something last week instead of the whole 7 days. So this past week, I did the whole 7 days. No, I didn't take any breaks. So that's why there's a big, well, not a huge difference, but there's, a little bit of a difference between this week and last week. But I don't know what they've done. I don't know if they've revamped their stuff, DoorDash, but I wasn't making that per week. Probably the most, it was probably under $100 when I used to do it. But then again, back then I didn't do it every day. So that probably goes to show that I wasn't really motivated back then. Now I feel like I've convinced myself that I need to be focused and zoned in, because to me, and even I've told my husband this, $200 is not, per week that is not any chump change. You know, to some people it may be, but that's, no. Like I just said, that can go on a bill, that can pay part of a car note, all the things. And really and truly, I don't really burn that much gas. Like, I still fill my gas tank up once per week. I mean, I'm not filling my gas up multiple times per week. And maybe that's partly because I only do it part-time, so I'm not burning a whole lot of gas. But at the same time, we don't live in a huge city. That's the other side of it. But I just wanted to come on here and just share that I'm just kind of excited. If it keeps going the way it's going, and I keep like consistently doing it, you know, instead of doing it every so often, if I keep doing it every day for the 2 or 3 hours that I do it, that could potentially be some money. Definitely some money for me to put on my student loans. So everything is coming together with this side hustle. I think that was the main thing I wanted to update you guys about. But that's really all I have. Another thing is that I wish I could do like some of the other gig work opportunities, like Amazon Flex. I see a lot of people saying that, you know, it's pretty good money. I've seen people post about it and how they made like $100 in one, like for one block in one day. And I'm like, man, I wish I could make like $100 a day, because what? I'm still like $100 a week. But hey, like I said, that is perfectly fine with me, because, you know, every little penny, for me, every little penny adds up. It really does. And you shouldn't, well, I say you shouldn't take that for granted. I am so grateful that this week was everything I needed it to be, because if they had been giving me like those little bitty orders that they used to give me, like $5-6 orders, then I really probably would have been mad. But like I said, anything helps. I'm really posting this video to show that, you know, just try to stay consistent. Whatever source of income or sources of income that you're trying to bring in, just try to stay consistent and just really go after it, you know, full throttle. Like, try to do it every day, or maybe 6 days out the week, like, so you can really see some return. You know, you're spending time doing this or trying to get out of debt. So, you know, just really try to focus on it and be consistent with it, I think is my advice, because I didn't used to do that. I can see like quite a bit of a difference. So I'm gonna end this video here, and make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, do all the things on this post. And maybe my next video, I'm probably gonna do like where I invite y'all to come with me on one of my DoorDash shifts. I think it's kind of fun, actually. You know, to be driving around town, like some areas I didn't even know existed in my town. So that was kind of interesting. But I think that is all I have to tell you guys. So make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.